Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Great Ace Attorney. I guess Adventures is what we're going with, even though I am playing the entire Chronicles. Hello, how are you? It has been the weekend. Have we had time to think about what's going on here? I have, but I still want to know more, and today we are going to do it. So here we are. We just got put on a recess. We just blew everyone's shit out of the water, because of course we did, and they were all liars, and they're stupid, and I hate them. However, I think we're starting to get to the bottom of this. So the police were there, undercover, a big cover-up. What are they looking for? I'm not sure. It's all political and crazy, but we're about to find out more. I think we did good, though, for our first part. I think we did a good job. Excellent work, Ryunosuke. That was superb. Thank you. I'm glad to see you at this angle once more. Oh, my heart was in my mouth the entire time. If you hear thunder in the back, no, you don't. There's crazy storms happening here right now. I'm so sorry. It was almost unbelievable. I mean, looking at you in there. I looked hot, didn't I? I know. I did. I looked good. You were drenched in sweat, your eyes popping, your knees knocking, and you were grinding your teeth. Wait. What did you see me do again? Are you sure we were in court? Oh. Never mind. It was a grim sight, but before I knew it, you'd started finding inconsistencies in the testimonies. Yeah, I think I got the hang of it. I think I did okay. I think I did pretty good. I think you might have a natural talent for being a lawyer. Forget it! It's terrifying! If I get through this, I don't want to see the inside of a courtroom ever again! Anyway, it looks like we've exposed your— Phantom Lady at last. Okay. Stop, guys. We can't, it's too early for this. Miss Jezaille Brett. Is it Jezaille? Jezaille? Maybe Jezaille is probably more like what it's supposed to sound like. I'm trying to think of what that could sound like, but I was mulling over it before and I didn't come to it, so maybe it'll be more obvious later. A student from Great Britain, is she? That's what I was trying to tell everyone from the start. Dr. Wilson wasn't alone. There was a young woman with him, like I've been saying all along. We believe you. Yes, you have, haven't you? I might not be overly confident in the courtroom, but my powers of observation— Oh, sorry, this is Ryunosuke, not him. Sorry. I just got crazy, startled from some thunder. I don't know if the mic's gonna pick it up. It probably isn't, but it just started to calm down with rain. I might not be overly confident in the courtroom, but my powers of observation are one thing I'm sure of. Yes, I can see that. So, about this young gentlewoman. Thanks to our detective friend, she was hastily escorted away from the scene, it seems. That's what I thought happened. Either that or she ran, so I'm glad to see it was one of those things. Did you see what happened with that? No, I didn't see any of it. Too busy looking at the gun, right? I was just on my way out of the restaurant myself, and then on the floor next to Dr. Wilson's table, I noticed that there was a gun lying on the floor, and just after, I bent down and picked it up. Bang. Not the bang I was hoping for, but don't worry, I'm sure we'll get to it. I didn't have time to think about where the sound of the gunshot had come from. The waiter ran over to me looking as white as a sheet, and he bundled me into some sort of small pantry next to the kitchen. But you didn't think that was weird? I guess maybe he was trying to help him. Fast thinking by the detective, he apprehended his suspect without a moment's delay. Yeah, and because I was shut in the— because he thought he did it. He was like, I'll get you. Put you in a pantry with a blanket. What do you mean? I have no idea what happened outside in the dining area. I see. Okay. Who's that? There you are. Well done, both of you. Is that the teacher? Oh yeah, hello. How are you? Hello, ma'am. Didn't get to meet you really earlier. Professor Mikotoba. Well, it seems I was right. The pair of you make an outstanding team. You've exceeded my expectations, I have to say. Oh good, he's happy, is he? I don't know, because you were a little sus to me earlier. Yes, it seems you planned this from the start. You arranged things so that I wouldn't be able to act as a lawyer in this trial. Maybe he wasn't sus, maybe he had a good intention behind it, but I'm still not sure. Our modern country is still in its infancy, our justice system even more so. Which is why I firmly believe that we need to send our brightest young stars overseas to learn all they can. I wanted to avoid a situation that may have resulted in your study tour to Great Britain being cancelled. It's true. Well, if that's the case, then he's a nice guy, and I'm glad. Well, it makes no difference. Lawyer or otherwise, if I'm the kind of man who can't help his best friend avert the worst crisis of his life, I shouldn't waste everyone's time by going to study overseas anyway. Man, Kazuma's an upstanding guy, isn't he? I like that. What? What are you saying, Kazuma? So that's your stance? I was afraid you'd feel that way. Kazuma? Well then, it looks like it all comes down to you, young man. Listen, Kazuma's like real upstanding. I don't want him to waste his chance or anything, but gosh, he's got some conviction, doesn't he? To me? Yes, you need to prove your innocence and uncover what really took place in the restaurant. I must say, I very much want to know the truth. After all, I have a personal connection to this case. You do? Come to think of it, he said the same thing earlier this morning, didn't he? Oh, did he? I must have missed that, shoot. If you don't mind me asking, Professor, did you know the victim? Oh, well, they're both teachers, so I'm assuming yes. Yes, I did. As you're probably aware, Dr. John H. Wilson was a visiting professor at UMA. And it was I who invited him. Oh, I see. I didn't know that before. Anyway, you're about to go into battle. The victim was a university professor from Great Britain, and a well-known one at that. Naturally, our government is looking to identify and punish the culprit as quickly as possible. That's bad for us. What are we gonna do? Excuse-moi. Let's not forget who we're going up against. The gentlewoman whose involvement in our police bureau went to extraordinary lengths to hide. I still can't make sense of it. Like, why did they do that? Hang on, I gotta message someone to go check on a cat that might be outside in the rain. Sorry about that, we are back. Yes, and I'm sure the prosecution will be using every tool at their disposal to quash your case. I haven't seen the word quash in a minute. But I've no doubt that you pair will put up a good fight right to the last. Best of luck. God, can you guys hear that shit on my window? Oh my god, it's hailing out. I'm sorry, guys. Thank you. Holy moly. It's weird. Well, if this cuts short, I guess I'll do it later. Now then. I need you to run an errand at the university at once. There's something I think we may need. Who is she? I want to know. Of course. Good luck, Kazuma-sama. Aww, she's very polite. Defendant Naruhodo! Court recess is over! Please make your way back inside the courtroom at once! I'm going. It's time, let's get back to it, partner. Let's go. Let's go in there and deal a decisive blow. Before those old fossils know what's hit them. Kazuma? What? Thank you. Really? What for? Well, if you hadn't said you believed me, then I'm fairly sure I'd already have been found guilty by now. That's true. Look, I have faith in you. What a good friend he is. As a lawyer and as a friend. Coming from you, that means a lot. What a good guy. Yeah, we'd never be able to go through this without him. I'm found guilty in this trial. He's really going to give up on his dream of studying abroad. That's the kind of true friend he is. So this isn't just my battle anymore. Whoever we're up against, we absolutely cannot afford to lose. That's true. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. I'm confident, maybe. All right then. I'll save the thank yous for after the trial. We'll do it. We'll do it together. You can treat me to one of those sukiyaki meals I like from Yume Cafeteria on University Street. Ooh, sukiyaki's so good. That sounds good. With an extra large portion, of course. I bet you like it extra large, girl. Excuse me, I'm sipping my water. You must stay hydrated in court. It's very important. Okay. Well, let's see what this lady's all about. I don't know why everyone made such a big deal to hide her. Oh, here's the rabble. Okay. You know what I just noticed too? And I think I noticed it last time, but I didn't say anything about it. Why does the judge have two of don't they look like the attorney badges? They're similar to the ones that we're used to seeing. He got one on each nip. He got the nip badges going on. Oh, badge Nips McGee. That's what we call him. I'm just kidding, Judge. I love your face. I really like this judge a lot.
Court hereby resumes the trial of Ryunosuke Naruhodo. Prosecutor Aoshi, have you managed to subpoena the witness?
Yes, Your Excellency, against all odds. Man, he's in deep water, too, because, he didn't even know that all that shenanigan shit was happening behind his back. So honestly, I don't think he's got any credibility either at this point. And thanks to a certain young stripling, the prosecution is now under rather painful scrutiny from the government. It ain't my fucking fault. Also, I don't strip. Not to shame people that do, though, but that ain't me. Sorry. Don't apologize. What the? Let them figure it out. You were just telling the truth. That's what you gotta do in court.
The government's scrutinized. That's their job. It's nothing to worry about.
That's right. It's highly unlikely that the good relations we've forged with Great Britain will emerge from this trial unscathed. Well, too bad. We're just gonna have to deal with it. They've had murder before, I'm sure. It's Britain. Don't worry about it. Old-timey Britain? Yeah, they're killing people left and right over there probably. It's fine. But you still think it's nothing to worry about when the new treaty breaks down and our nation founders? It's gonna be okay. That won't happen. Again, terribly sorry. Ryunosuke, don't apologize to that fool.
If the friendship between our nations is really so fragile, then the treaty isn't worth the paper it's written on.
That's right, exactly. Fucking clock it.
You really have nothing to worry about, Ryunosuke.
What do you mean?
A secret trial, anxiety over some foreign government's opinions, a bungled investigation, missing witnesses? Is this what our nation's justice system is? Is this the Supreme Court of Japan or of England?
Oh, get him, girl. Drag him. Shut up. Shut up, you jumped up rookie boy. Dang, there's some drama in here. You and your friend know nothing. Nothing of the situation our nation finds itself in. And nobody cares. We're just here to find the truth. Bring on the truth. By aligning ourselves with this great world power, we'll become strong. Diplomacy has never been more critical. Nah, I'm with Kazuma on this one. Steady political maneuvering is what will secure our futures.
Yeah, nothing. What, Ryunosuke, don't say anything, honestly. It's probably better that you don't. I won't deny that I'm no expert. I'm just a student, and one who could arguably study harder, too. Same. But standing here now in our Supreme Court, there's one thing I feel very strongly. A country that fails to uphold the truth in its justice system is a country with no future at all.
Well fucking said. Boy, this is getting a little topical. I don't know how I feel about this. Listen, I am a dual citizen, but listen. You know what I'm speaking of. Just the state of the whole damn world. It's crazy. Ooh wee, okay, well let's fix at least this world since we can't fix our I don't know, Rose. We got this. It's gonna be okay. You know what? We have to be as positive as these two right here. That's what I think.
Well said, Ryunosuke, despite the wide-eyed look of terror.
That's okay. We'll get there. We'll get there. We'll get better.
Thank you, Counsel. This court is the pinnacle of our nation's justice system and exists solely for the pursuance of truth.
Also, this judge is really on the level. Can you imagine if we got a halfway stupid or crooked one? We'd be sunk. So glad that he's here.
With that in mind, this trial will now resume with the next witness taking the stand. A visiting student from Great Britain, Miss Jezaille.
I'm gonna say Jezaille, not Jezaille. I was reading it in a kind of French way.
Brett.
Yes. All right. Is she gonna be hot or is she gonna be scary? Let's find out. Your Excellency. Man, you ain't bowing low enough. You gotta get on the floor. Oh, hello. Fancy. Dang, do you got a tail, girl? You got a swan tail? Oh, hello. Well, what a delight it is to welcome such a fine gentlewoman to Japan, and from such a distant land. Does she even understand what you're saying if she's from Great Britain? I don't know. Are we doing that in this one? Are they speaking Japanese, but they're not because we're translating it into English, or what's happening here? I mean, they're in Japan. I'm assuming they're all speaking Japanese. Hey, Miss Fancy Tail, let's go. Girl, I ain't a furry, but I'm adjacent, so I'm here for you.
Tea. Someone bring an English tea. In England, no discussions take place without tea.
Oh, they're all gonna fawn over her because she's beautiful. Well, we've seen that before. Listen, I do the same thing. I can't say anything.
Is that true?
No idea. No, the Brits do like their tea, I'm gonna be honest. When will they not say yes to a cup? A cuppa, if you will. I've been there. I've been to London a couple of times. I loved it. It was fantastic. The Brits welcomed me very nicely. I would like to go back.
So, could we possibly trouble you to state your name and occupation for the court?
Look how nice he's being to her.
Of course.
Not you! We already know who you are. Why are you even still up here?
My name is Satoru Hosonaga.
Yeah, we know.
I have been working undercover as the—
Yes, we know all about you already.
Inspector Hosonaga, where are your manners? In England is always ladies first.
What about in Japan? No, it should be. I think it is.
Is that true?
No idea.
None of these guys have ever been there. Cosmo's trying. We don't know. This is like the first relations or something. Jesus, like the first meeting.
More importantly, a little earlier today, you said something to me. You said that your powers of observations are the one thing you're sure of.
Oh, yes. I think I did, didn't I?
Yet your description for this amazing sight was simply a woman.
Well, was she wearing all that? Because I would have definitely described her as a little more flouncy than what they said. I would have said, dang, I saw this one woman up in there, boys, and she had a gat. I would have said that, but then everyone would have known what I was talking about. But I think Ryunosuke is a little more polite than I am, you know. God, I ain't no better than a man out here.
Sorry, Ryunosuke, but powers of observation aside, your powers of description are sorely lacking.
Guilty. Maybe he was just trying to be nice.
So, dear lady, once again, if we may trouble you for your name and occupation, please.
Ma'am? Does she understand us? That's what I'm wondering. Oh, Persona. Hey girl, you a phantom thief?
Hello?
Listen, I speak a little Japanese, I'm gonna be honest, and I also speak the British language, and that's neither of those things. Larian, listen, I can read cursive. I'm Gen X. I had to grow up using cursive, learning it, and learning how to read it. I don't think kids do that anymore today, but I know how. And shorthand, I know how to do that too. Larian, listen, Uranus, Mary. Got it. Nailed it. Oh, they don't speak English. Is that why? You know what? Is that why it's coming through that way? They don't speak English. I bet that's what it is. You know, because like every time we take it for granted because we're reading it in English as playing the games, but it's supposed to be in Japan. Especially this one, I'm assuming. Like I said before. Okay, I bet you anything that's what's happening here.
I'm terribly sorry, dear lady, but what?
Oh, is he interpreting? You, Mimilane, Seminane, Mimin, married Rim? Same. Are you? Larian Obsisteries is my Uranus. I'm a mirror. Okay. The lady says her name is Jezaille Brett. She comes from London, England. Oh, this is gonna be quite the thing. Oh my god. Okay. Listen, we've had a parrot in here. We talked to a fucking whale once. And I mean, how is this gonna be more obnoxious than that? But they did it. Somehow. I'm surprised this is the first time this has come up. Anyway. She's a visiting research student currently enrolled in Yume University's medical faculty.
Oh my, what a rare treat to hear the dulcet tones of the delightful language of the British people.
What? Sorry, Brits, I'm about to do it. She probably sat there going, Oi! Yo, I'm from London, mate. No, she didn't. She looks like a refined, queen-like, distinguished, gentle lady. Probably goes to Wimbledon. I don't think Wimbledon existed back in this time, but we could say that it did. And, you know, she dines with all the finest ladies of Bridgerton and Downton Abbey. That's right.
I'm afraid I don't understand a word you said, but it was as beautiful as a hummingbird's song.
Ah, yes, British English. Very astute. As far as I can tell. I like that so far Kazuma's the only one that actually has a British. And he has no reason to have one, but that's just how I roll. But it's slightly. I've given him a little less of a tone than Edgeworth has. The detective is translating her words faithfully enough. We better hope that he's on the level with that, because he could technically say anything he wanted at this point, and we wouldn't know. Yes, I agree. You obviously do fine in England, Kazuma. Her English doesn't really rattle you at all, does it? Nor you. You've clearly been paying attention in your English classes, Ryunosuke. Yeah, it is typically the younger folks that know the English better than the older folks, so I assume that they'll know a tiny bit at least. The court thanks the beautiful lady for taking the stand. Now, if we may trouble you to confirm something, Miss Brett. You got that? Yeah, dang, she's gonna go fucking save some people later. She's gotta go fucking stop some shit. She's gotta go take over a bank. Get it on there Phantom style. She gotta pull out her fucking... she gotta pull out her stand. Alright. 3 days ago at a restaurant called La Carnival, a grim murder took place. The court has been led to believe that you were dining there with the victim, Dr. Wilson, at the time. Is that correct? The Tower of London, Big Ben, and all that. The Thames River. Yes, I also like British things. It's true. She says yes. All that to say yes? Get out of here with that. Is this how this is gonna go? That's why this fucking thing took 3 hours, people said. How are we gonna do this? This could take some time. Yeah, no kidding. So even though she's studying here in Japan, she can't speak any Japanese? How does that work? I don't think very well. Yes, me too. Uh-huh. I'll take 2. Dang, you do got a big behind on you, madam. How do you say that in English? Just kidding. She'd like to apologize for disappearing from the scene. She says that she was due to make a presentation at the university. She had to leave immediately. Ma'am. Ma'am, someone was murdered. Oh, I'm not buying that, ma'am. Ma'am, the girl with the biggest booty did the most murder. It was you, wasn't it, ma'am? Oh, well, we're gonna have to find out. Interesting when you're the one who engineered her escape. Also that. Let's not forget that. I was just following special orders from the Bureau.
Well now, dear lady, would you be so kind as to cast your eyes over this photographic print?
Look at this photo.
Seeing as you were so unfortunately present at the scene of the crime, could it be that your resplendent eyes caught sight of the wicked perpetrator, perhaps?
Look at him being so nice. Get out of here with that caca. Ma'am? Okay. Apparently it was very frightening and sorrowful sight. Do you mean to say... Yes, it would appear that the lady did witness the crime. Oh. The very moment when the accused, standing right there in this courtroom, shot the victim in cold blood. Here we go again. No, you did not, ma'am. You didn't see shit. Golly, okay. Well, let me listen to what you have to say anyway. I like your feathers, girl. You'd fit right in fucking Bridgerton and Downton Abbey. Let's be real. Order in the court.
Did you hear that, Your Excellency? Here we have absolutely conclusive witness statement.
And she's beautiful, so they're gonna believe her right away, or try to. We've seen that before. Yo, some of our worst people in these games have been beautiful ladies. Let's not forget this point. Everyone could have done it in my mind, except this guy right here. Well, it looks like it's clear now. Clear who our real enemy is. I think you are correct in this assumption. Because why else would she come out and say that? Something fishy's going on here. Guys, I can't unsee the badge nips. I got problems today. Unfortunately, I will have to ask you to formally testify if you please. Oh my god, this is gonna take 1,000,000 years. Kindly tell the court the exact nature of this frightening and sorrowful sight you described. How are they gonna do this? I don't understand this. Alright, let's see. Let's just see. I've never done testimony that I couldn't read before, so here we go. A frightening and sorrowful sight. Okay, tell me about it. Okay. There's no point in reading any of it. Oh, here we go. I had arranged to meet for a slightly late luncheon with Dr. Wilson that day. Okay. The professor was unable to eat, so I ordered for myself only a beef steak. Of course you did. As you do. After a while, the accused came over to greet the professor and they got into a fierce argument. An argument? Oh, come on. We didn't mention a thing about that. Then, not long afterwards, the accused took the professor's gun and shot him right before my eyes. Oh, brother. There's a reason she's hiding her face, too. We know this. Anyone that hides their face like this, an ace attorney, is hiding something big. Something that's gonna definitely make something obvious later. That has happened. I don't carry a gun myself, so obviously I couldn't have been the culprit. What the fuck does that mean, ma'am? You can just say anything. This is a condemning testimony indeed. Well, hello? No, I didn't have any kind of argument with the presser at all.
Objection! Quiet, you filthy wretch.
Yeah, that's rude.
Look at you, you black-hearted blackguard. And look at the Snow-White angel. I'm sure even a dark-minded scoundrel like you can imagine whose words the court is going to believe.
Ugh. You're still making the same mistakes, Ryunosuke. Yeah, just let him talk. Don't get too upset about it. I know it's difficult, though. You mustn't blurt out when you're goaded like that. That's a lesson you need to learn. Yeah, we gotta look professional. But he's so annoying. Of course, I was at the scene as well. I took statements from this lady and the two witnesses who testified before and reported back to the Bureau. It was decided that Miss Brett was not involved. I let her go. The testimonies of the last two witnesses were completely worthless, however. That's true. Very worthless and time-wasting. This better not be a waste of time as well, but something tells me that it's not. Well, even so. On the day in question, the lady was wearing the same outfit as she is today. It's beautiful, I gotta be honest with that. As you can see, there is nowhere about her person where she could conceal a firearm. Whatever, I don't buy it. Ladies like her, they got a matching purse, they got a matching parasol, they got girders under their garters. Girl, you could have slid it. You could have put it in a garter belt. Let's stop that right now. As a lady, I'm offended. There's a million places a lady can hold a gun and you won't see it. Trust me on this. I would think she could hide a gun almost anywhere in that outfit if she... Was that a euphemism? I wasn't gonna go there, but I guess Ryunosuke's disgusting. You could do that, but I don't recommend it. I wouldn't recommend doing that at all. No, and don't sit down, whatever you do.
Unless and until the precise location where the witness is to have hidden a weapon can be shown.
Oh no, wait, stop. Stop with this line of dialogue. I'm getting ahead of myself. No, this is crazy. Just reminds me of the time when Cartman put a Disney World ride up his butt in South Park. Anyway, there are no pockets in my outfit. I have nowhere to hide a gun. Ma'am, a fine lady like you is holding a purse and a fucking parasol. Especially with a hat like that. Don't even start. I've seen Bridgerton. Those are the witness's own words on the matter. Ma'am, come out from under that stand. I bet you got one with you. That's ridiculous. If only I was allowed to lift up her dress, I could prove it. Boy, you ain't gonna say nothing you want under there. Let's be honest. If you're the descendant, or if you're like the, if you're the forebear of who I think, you don't need that. You're not interested. Because I said so. You're interested in something else, alright? Listen. Don't think about doing anything rash, Ryunosuke. Never crossed my mind. Me, however, yes, it did cross my mind. I didn't fire the gun I picked up. There must have been another gun there that day. Well, we better find it. We better do some scanning. Was the X-ray invented yet here? I don't think so, not even close. You're right about that, which means this lady was hiding a gun somewhere. Oh no, the joke's right itself. I'm not gonna be able to not say anything. Ah, Jesus, here we go. Yes, that's what we have to prove now. And to do so, we will need to pull her testimony apart. Well, got to pull everything apart on this woman. You can smile all you want, I know you did it. I can already tell, ma'am. You ain't even being subtle about it. The defense may now cross-examine the witness. Okay, let's see what we've got here. I'm gonna press everything. I usually will press what I need to, but if I get to one that's obvious, I usually will go ahead with it. But we'll just see. Sometimes I do have to go around a couple of times. Some people want me to go all the way around no matter what. It just depends how I'm feeling, honestly. I know sometimes I miss dialogue by doing this, but you know, I usually get most of it. I'd arranged to meet to slightly late luncheon with Dr. Wilson that day. Now I'm sure this has nothing, but let's just find out some more. Oops, that was the wrong thing, because I haven't played in 2 days, so now of course I forgot all the buttons, even though it just says the buttons down in the bottom right, where I can read them. After 2 p.m. in fact, that's really quite a late lunch, isn't it? Well, I doubt that matters.
You don't keep up with the latest fashions from Britain, do you? Late luncheons are en vogue.
Isn't that right? Oh, right, it's tea. You know, it's like a tea time. Because they have different standards of meals. Oh, very flouncy, no. He was wrong, haha. Decisive English no has quite a sting to it.
I should have said, no. No.
The gentlewoman is currently working in the victim's research laboratory, it seems. So it was apparently a daily occurrence that they would lunch together. Oh, I see. So she worked closely with that teacher. But on the day in question, the victim had other appointment at the clinic first. That's true, we have that. We have that evidence. Yes, which we can prove from the medical report card that was submitted as evidence earlier. Still, that's probably not too important, because they just could have met as they usually do. That's right. Man, I'm coughing like this guy today. I'm so sorry. My throat's been in a way. Miss Brett and the victim went to lunch following the victim's treatment, which is why it was so late. Also, voicing him is making my throat upset. So sorry. Yes, and all that makes perfect sense.
Such wonderful logic. What a shining example of English intelligence this fine gentlewoman is.
And y'all need to stop simping in here. This is pathetic. So you both arrived at the restaurant. What happened next? Okay. The professor was unable to eat, so I ordered for myself only a beef steak. I believe this as well, but let's find out.
Yes!
Oh my goodness, guys, I'm so sorry. He was unable to eat, you say? And that was because he just had a tooth removed at the Hota Clinic, correct? Is this supposed to be the referencing like the Hottie Clinic? Like that we knew before, Hottie Clinic? It's just so, it's ages past, like it's ages in the past though, so it surely can't be the same one. Is it just supposed to be like a play on words? Because if it's in Japanese, I'm assuming the lettering for it in the original version of this game was very similar. I'm wondering about that. That's right. You're supposed to actually check with the witness before answering. Yeah, he just said it. He didn't even ask her. That's why I'm worried about this. Was Miss Brett aware of that fact? It seems so, yes. She'd heard that the professor was to have some dental treatment. So, that would mean that it was you who ate the steak pictured here. Is that right, Miss Brett? If the steak is there in the picture, then that must be where she was sitting. Her chair is turned towards us, but isn't this the chair that the witness, or the accused, or sorry, no, the victim, hello, words, was also found in that other picture? It's just, it's curious. I don't like the way that's set up. Something's wrong, or I'm just looking way too far into it. I don't know which one it is yet. That's right, yes. The print you have there shows the table exactly as it was left after the harp. Oh, okay, so it hasn't been moved at all? Then that means she was sitting there. Doesn't it? Exactly as it was left?
Dear me, what a harrowing experience. To have traveled to a distant island on the far side of the world and be embroiled in such a tragic incident. Have no fear, my dear lady. I swear I will crush the evil fiend that has subjected you to this terrible plight.
Look at a bunch of simps in here. So the victim, Dr. Wilson, had nothing to eat or drink at all? That's right, other than some carbonated water. I think we heard about that before. We heard about the carbonated water in the past, I know for sure. Just water? Yes, the professor was unable to eat, but he had been given permission to drink water. So it appears that the diners toasted their lunch with a glass of water each. They each raised a glass of carbonated water?
What do you think, Ryunosuke, about the witness's last statement?
It's very meaningful, or it's nothing. The water? What would be meaningful about it? Let me see. Can I do that while we're here? Yes, I can. Okay, so... Postmortem. Photographic print. Look at this a little bit. Here's a steak. Here's a chair. It's facing this. See, it looks interesting. This is the steak, which means that she was probably sitting here. Here's the glass. Here's the wine. Right? And then here it is again. And if you look at it this way, it looks like the same chair. And his back was, right? So he was sitting in her chair. Also, I just noticed there's only one wine glass. So that toast didn't even happen. And so I'm assuming because of that, we're going to put it's meaningful. That toast didn't even happen. So her testimony on that is false. That last statement of yours, Miss Brett, has a profound bearing on this case.
Well, well, how fascinating. Do tell us. What is this profound bearing,
Shut up, I'm getting to it. You know, Ryunosuke, I do.
The significance of the statement will become apparent when the time is right. The defense calls for the witness's last statement to be formally added to the testimony.
Oh, okay, so when she adds it, we can present, so that's what I'll do.
Well sidestepped, counsel.
Very well, Miss Brett. Kindly repeat what you just said to be added to your official testimony.
Okay. Aw, look at her smile. I don't trust a lady with a mask and a swan. And a cat. I know better. Been through this before. Gladly, she said. What, you gonna say something, honey? I bet you she can speak a little bit. I bet you. You know what? Something's nagging me about that. I bet you she can. I bet you she's just not to be vague. That was brilliant, Kazuma. I'm gonna remember that one.
Which one?
The significance will become apparent when the time is right. I could really use that phrase. Girl, don't be leaning on that. Oh my god, it just looks so nasty. But great.
I'd hope there are some more useful tips you're picking up from this experience than that, Ryunosuke.
Okay, so they're gonna add that here. I ordered a beefsteak for myself and the professor, and I said cheers over a glass of carbonated water.
No.
Ma'am. Ma'am. Technically, we could probably use any one, but this is the definite one that shows there's only one glass on the table.
Yes!
Oh, ma'am. Why the fuck you lie? Oh, look at me with that small nod over. Did you see that? That was pretty cool. That's it. Let me just confirm something, please. It's to do with this photographic print. Just a short while ago, you spoke of this print showing the victim's table at the crime scene. That it was exactly as it was left. That is correct, the lady says. Well, it's odd. Very odd.
Dear me, what's odd is the defense's inability to express itself.
Just tell him, you know, don't you?
Ryunosuke, what is it about the print that looks odd to you?
Well, obviously, it's the cheers.
The cheers?
My goodness. Miss Brett just told us that she and the professor said cheers over a glass of water. But if that's true, there should be 2 glasses on the table and not one.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
you're quite right, counsel. There's only one glass pictured here.
Objection!
What about it?
Are we supposed to be impressed by this nitpicking over minutiae?
God, for Japanese folk, they got these words.
What possible difference does the presence or absence of a glass make on the case?
You can't cheer without 2 glasses, my guy.
Minutiae, you say? Could it be that the detective here removed a glass from the table to conceal the lady's presence?
That's what I'm wondering. Or is her statement false?
Of course not.
I would never do something so reckless. Bro, you fucking made the map on your fucking business card that says you were a policeman. Don't start with me. Yes, you could. You couldn't have. But there should have been 2 glasses on the table. Or are you going to try to tell me that you can clink with only one? It's true, you can't clink together without two. You're quite right. I certainly took 2 glasses to the table. Oh, is he being truthful? What has she got to say about that? Okay. Inspector, what did the lady say? What did she say? It would seem that it was Miss Brett who took the glass from the table. What? It was all so terrifying, everything that happened. I panicked and thought I should try to hide the fact that I'd been there at all, she's saying. I don't buy that for a second. Either that glass is hiding something or I don't know. No. Good gracious. Ma'am. Ma'am, don't start. Ma'am.
Sorry.
Oh, that ain't gonna get far with me, ma'am. I know the Brits. These Japanese people might be, swayed by that, but I will not be.
There, as I assured the court before, this is of no consequence at all.
Oh, please.
We must remember that this student had just murdered this lady's luncheon companion before her very eyes. Who could blame her for concealing a glass or two in her state of disarray?
Where'd she conceal it if she don't got room for no damn gun? That's what I'm asking.
Oh, really? So, do we take it that you are now going to accuse this vulnerable, young, and beautiful woman of mischief?
Don't worry about what I'm doing. What? No. This can't be all put down to mischief. I'd like to know exactly how the lady took the glass from the scene. Thank you. Exactly, ma'am. You just said you don't have a pot to piss in. You don't have 1 inch left in that dress, so where'd you put it? Just carry it out? In your hand? It would seem that she slipped it into a small handbag. I frickin' told you. Lady like that posh doesn't go out without a handbag. A handbag, you say? Yes, Your Excellency, a small handheld pouch commonly carried by well-to-do women in England. Do the Japanese not have handbags? No, they do. They have those little silk pouches that they tie to the kimonos. Isn't that similar? They should know what the concept is.
So, the beautiful lady has very graciously explained how and why she removed the glass from the scene now. However, the fact remains that this glass has absolutely no bearing on the case. This student has been trying to confuse the court with logical reasoning, but in the end, it comes to nothing. No more pretentious accusations. You have wasted enough time already.
What do you mean? I haven't wasted any time. We just got back from recess. Indeed, the lady has offered satisfactory explanation as to why she removed this glass. What? I think henceforth we consider the matter to have no bearing on the case. No, it does. Counsel for the defense, are you in agreement? No. I don't know, really. If you want to pursue this matter further, you're going to need to show that it has some deeper significance. Yes, you're right. I'm assuming we are bringing this up because of the handbag. We're gonna need it. Oh boy. You know what? Since my voice is straining, let's do this in the next one. I do hate to leave it on here, but we have done this before, so we're gonna do it now. Does it have deeper significance? I already tell you that I am going to choose the handbag because that is just very important. And I bet you that there's a gun in there too, but we're gonna have to find out in the next one, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate all of your comments, guys. I read all of them. All of you are so great. Thank you for being spoiler-free. Thank you for bringing up such awesome facts and things about the game that I never would have known. Thank you so much for hitting that like button. It really, really helps put me up with the algorithm, and I really appreciate it if you could hit that like button and subscribe. I've got every other Ace Attorney game previous to this. Blind reaction, my first thoughts, getting through it, and they're all great, and more. So go ahead and see and have a look. Maybe there's something you'd like. Thank you so much for your support, guys. I appreciate you so much. I'll see you soon in the next episode. Toodaloo!